Hello everyone, Starlight J here, and it's time to tip the scale for the game of Lobotomy Corporation. So, for this video, well, right now, what I'm probably going to do is show off the new abnormality I've acquired, and then you know, get through the day as quickly as possible, so then we can do one of the core suppressions. That'll be probably the majority of this video, or maybe I'll do some story time. Then the next video would be a core suppression. We'll have to see though. We'll have to see. I'm not going to add any new people yet because apparently day ends day 46. Like everything ends day 46, so I want to once I do a suppression with one person, I want to go back and do it again. So I don't want to hire any new people, because I'm probably going to have to rehire them anyway. Also, training team is going to be a little bit short. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit short of people. There we go. Let's start the day. Okay. And, yeah, here's what we got. Yeah, this thing. Not exactly sure what it wants, but just in case, I like to say, fuck you, AdRev, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, done. Now, you don't want to be monetizing that video, now do you? Yeah, because I just said, fuck you, AdRev. You don't want that kind of reputation. You know, you don't want people to think you're being greedy or anything. Alright, anyway. How about we get to some stories then? Elijah had so much family to provide for. Her parents are poor and always said her children this. We have nothing to pass up onto you children, but you have the gift of honesty and diligence. These gifts cannot be seen, nor will they give you great help right this instant. Someday they'll make you all happy. One day, the city was covered by a dense fog. The grey fog, first thought to be a natural phenomenon, did not dissipate even after a few days. Well, are you sure you weren't living in England? I mean, come on. Doesn't dissipate after a few days and it's a fog? Sounds like London. Some claimed it was making them feel nauseous, making them retch, but most people didn't think much of it. A lot of people still worked and went on their days in the fog. Until that foghorn started, you know. That's the air raid sirens. Elijah was one of those... Wait, Asiyah was one of those people. She inherited a lot of debt and was the only one in her family with a job. She had many brothers, but their wills were broken after many failures. Elijah was tired, but for it, she worked a little hard. Come on, name consistency. She worked a little bit harder, things would work themselves out, just like how her parents used to tell her in fairy tales. Just like the bird spread its white wings and eventually became the envy of it all. Some people left the city due to the fog. Others said it was the city that was done for, but Elijah did not listen. She started to experience nausea and her body would blister. Almost there, just a little longer and the clothing made of nettle will be ready. As she gives it to her brother she loves, that warm moment when her family finally talked about the future can revive for just a brief second. One day after work, she collided with someone passing by. Even though it was a stranger who crashed into her while sprinting, this person was unable to get back up. So she offered to help him, extending out her hand. But he slapped her hand away and got up, only made a few steps before collapsing again. Elijah stopped, because the stranger seemed to be running from something, and assumed that Elijah would cause harm to him. Elijah tried to argue what was wrong, but the stranger opened his mouth first. The simple act of opening his mouth, she laboured, so she patiently waited for him to speak. However, the stranger did not open his mouth to speak. Instead, he vomited a mixture of blood and green goo. Ooh. Ew. The gooey mixture started pouring from first his mouth, then the nose, ears, and eyes. Ah. If the goo did not start pouring out from all his orifices, and Elijah might have tried to help him, I'd be like, oh my, is it 4:30 already? I have to go for a quick back, sack, and crack. She thought I heard the loud roaring off in the distance. She started to slowly walk away from the stranger. What happens when the black swan wakes from the dream of being a white swan? Many people were laying down in the smoke, some shouting, some laughing, some wielding clubs, and some curled up in despair. There was black, wet, and smelly debris all over the place, covered with footprints. She started looking for her brothers, her family who needed to wear the clothing of Nettle to become free from the curse, her loved ones whom she shared happy dreams with. She saw her brothers off in the distance. Elijah fell to her knees and started to vomit along with everyone else. The lake rippled gently, except a number of swans had just taken flight. Oh dear. Yeah, so it's based on some kind of fairy tale where, apparently, some kind of curse happened to this girl's family and her brothers, and she could not talk for the, she had to go for a marriage ceremony or something like that, and she couldn't talk while making shirts made of nettle to turn her brothers back from swans into people. And because she didn't talk and all that, apparently that was a sign of witchcraft, so they're gonna drown her. But she kept knitting those sweaters, even as they put her onto the, probably put her into a stake or whatever. I'm not sure they're burning her or drowning her, whatever. She still had to make those shirts of nettle in order to free her brothers from the curse. And it ends with that she manages to finally, just as the kindling starts, she finally manages to finish the last shirt, throws it on her last brother, but because it wasn't finished in time or was missing sleeve, that brother was left with a swan's wing. Yeah, one of those stories. And don't really see any swan's wings here. So I can now explain what happens if this one melts down. When the dream of Black Swan melts down, essentially summons the sister, who goes around hitting people over the head with an umbrella, like some old lady who hates everything, and also can lower quick-off counters whenever she passes something. So no, don't let that one melt down. You don't want a quick-off meltdown. Resulter. There's an old card attached to it. Merry Christmas! Santa rushes along the night sky to deliver presents to the happy kids and don't cry. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer shines a light through the night fog while tugging a sleigh full of presents. All the happy kids in the world deserve a present. Wow. While looking from afar, it resembles Santa Claus riding a sleigh, but upon closer inspection, the abnormality is totally different from the fairy tale, portrayed to the popular character the sleigh drags it. We observe the abnormality from 3 different points. Rudolph, a horse-like organic entity in the colours of green, red and white. Its muscles do not seem to move. Many employees report the movement of its eyes, and some even say it's made eye contact with it. There's a hole of 37 diameter on its belly. Armed employees later reported the hole was empty. Santa, a mysterious transparent organic entity on top of Rudolph. It shows what seems to be full of organs. All organs seem to be functioning normally. Sleigh. Its size is similar to that of a child. The plating looks like organic skin, and there are white blades attached to the bottom. The accessories of the sleigh are replaced by stiff, severed hands. Unknown objects are carefully wrapped into gifts. Many employees try to open the gifts but failed. Rumours have it the gifts can only be opened on Christmas. All three are crudely sewn together. Doctor suggested that all three may be made from a single body. Whoever made this must have a really great hatred towards Christmas or never saw Santa Claus. Yeah, probably never got the toy boat from Santa as they wanted. So, you know, decided to go crazy and kill people. G'day mates, I'm a pro. I used to be expensive, but I'll cut you some slack here, under one condition. See, I've got to do the sniper voice. Hand me over that goddamn cunning bastard if you ever see him. I'll hang his head over my bed, only then can I fall asleep without having a nightmare. Yeah, and, you know, she probably calls him a dad every night. No, I'm an assassin, there's a difference. Okay? Well, I'm not a crazy gunman, I'm an assassin, there's a difference, you know? Well, one's a mental illness and the other one's a job. I don't know how exactly it went, but something along those lines. Female warrior with a red striking red hood. Her frayed and patched hood has initials embroidered on it which are unreadable because of the damage the hood has taken. Rumour says her hood used to be white, became red after being soaked in blood for countless times. Turns out to be true. Fix this, Michael! Yeah. I mean, blood isn't actually red, it's more of a... Well, if the blood dries up, it doesn't become red, it becomes a dark brown. So, it can't, unless it's fresh blood, and I hope it's not Chris's, but unless it's fresh blood, it's gonna be a brown, she would be actually the real brown riding hooded mercenary. Before coming to this facility, she was a mercenary, wandering around without residence. She does not trust others well and has extreme fondness for battles. She is unusually uncomfortable with her past, with a part of flesh being exposed and looking at the mirror. Also, numerous symptoms of paranoia have been observed in her behaviours. She has a strong desire to resolve those situations if one ever breaks out. She says it's a contract. This is a behaviour consequently helps the management process. The company recommended putting it to use. The followings must be read from employees in all class. If she faces big and might be bad wolf, she goes out of control. She will undergo extreme shift in personality, embitterment disorder, and other psychologically dangerous disorders which result in serious collateral damage. Thus, extreme caution is advised when working on lure hooded mercenary. No victory will ever come in our battle. All I think about is how to kill that bastard in the most gruesome way possible. Thus, I will drink no toast. I will not celebrate in any way. When I got used to grinding an axe instead of picking flowers in the garden, I was 15. Could have been worse. Well, before we go into nothing there, I'm going to read about the 27th of March. A shelter that fully shields the outside light, from the outside world, including light. So when you enter the shelter, it becomes immune to all types of damage, does not affect damage caused by the portrait. Does not apply to damage caused by the portrait. I think it is. Also the hit points, yep. The shelter still remembers a Dane. Become undetectable, so if the mercenary marks them, putting them in there will make them unmarked. The PE company wishes to build a safest place on Earth. As such, the interior houses a large amount of long-lasting supplies, which will allow anyone who stays inside to survive a very long period of time. Staying inside for more than 30 seconds or longer, the equipment off a counter of a random abnormality will be reduced. It will become 0. Yes, don't do that. Don't use this. Thanks to the shelter, the selected refugees are shielded from the ocean of screaming and bloodshed. But the shelter, while perfectly safe inside, alters the perception of the outside, become even more hopeless. It literally becomes the safest place on Earth. So yeah. Lastly, nothing there. Tell you what, this thing is scary. Not just in appearance, but actually it is just... And the description is also rather long, as you can see here. But that's not why it's scary. Here's why it's scary, as I'll read it out. It has the shape of a human, but is surely not one. At a certain period of time, it devours an employee and wears the skin. During that process, the bone structure and the organs are made a mess, so it takes strange form. The creature does not have a tongue, but does not know how to talk. Therefore, it can only make meaningless sounds. There is no telling what is inside the shell, but its skin wears out continuously, so there is a need to change and maintain the outer skin. It does not feel regular pain, so it does not care about broken bones. The creature may break its own bones and cut itself up in order to escape a small route. More and more, I discover this abnormality might be evolving. It shows the act of following the character of the person who is the owner of the shell, and tries to make an attempt to equate itself with human beings. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? When escaped, it wears the skin of the employee it killed and mimics that person. Then, without any sign, it reveals a true form. More resemblance to human is shown compared to the early form. Now it is confirmed the abnormality possesses bipedalism, organs are in proper position. With additional physical strength, employees are afraid of this form. Warning for something. It has been confirmed that it escaped and stood on 2 feet, then there's one thing you can do. Get your head, place yourself in proper posture and gather your hands neatly, and then pray to the God that you believe in and just observe the situation. I.e., put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Yeah, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? Well, if you go on forums these days, you might be attacked by spam bots. They're getting a bit clever though. They're getting very, very clever. And this thing reminds me of those spam bots. Why? I'll continue. If any one of us turns to be crazy, 80% of the blame is on that creature. Like most abnormalities here, no one knows the reason for its existence. I don't know what's inside that makes it cover itself up with human skin, and I don't know how the skin wears out so quickly. I don't know how the skin wears out. Oh crap, lost my train of thought somewhere. There we go. I don't know why it wouldn't take care of its own skin. When it's eating one of us, it is so disgusting that it's psychologically damaging just to think of it. Anyway, going to the confinement zone to check on the skin status is real work. Just think of it. A colleague you talked to and laughed a few days ago now has a broken neck and organs sticking out while crawling with 4 legs. That's not all the creature does. When I was new here, no one wanted to go in that room, so I was sent in. It was worse than now. It took the shape of a human, twisted as a god knows what. It tried to act human and tried to talk to itself in the mirror. It tried to regain its proper structure. Its actions felt like it was mimicking our behaviour. You never know. It might be around us pretending to be human. Yeah, that's why I find it scary. Because spam bots are doing that kind of thing. They take posts from other people, or they go to other websites and they take posts from that and post on that forum while adding ads, and they're getting smarter and smarter. You don't know if this person asking a legitimate question, or they're taking a question from Reddit and they're making it seem like a legitimate question, just so they can sell their ads. Yeah, and that's kind of scariness. You never know. The singularity may just be a spam bot. And that's also the other thing. That's also the other thing is, it's not. I wouldn't say that's sentient or sapient. It has no intelligence. Seriously, I don't know if it's like, I wouldn't say it's acting exactly like a human. It's not exactly. How to describe it? Words fail me. Words are currently failing me on just how to describe how scary I think this whole thing is. Yeah. Because, you know, it's not intelligence at all. It's only focused on doing one thing, and that is to imitate whatever it's supposed to imitate something, so therefore it's really intelligent, or it's just copying. Alright, personnel clearance of level 3 or higher. Television installed in the ruins of creatures with HE or higher threat. Really? Do that? Respond, this is the containment zone of nothing there. This is the emergency This is the emergency response team. How can I help you? I need a stun gun right now! I have an emergency situation here! Can you specify the reason, please? The abnormality! It's ripping up the employee! Pardon? It's killing my colleague! We'll respond immediately. Please identify the employee being attacked. It's M2658. No, M2650. Name redacted. I'm M3120. Redacted. ID confirmed. What's happening to your colleague at this moment? Yes, please hurry. We need a weapon to control the creature. Oh God, it's... Can you tell me what's happening? An abnormality is attacking my colleague. It's literally ripping apart my colleague. I can't do anything. I repeat, I need a weapon to control the creature. Emergency response team has been dispatched. They will arrive shortly. What's happening? Is it still attacking your colleague? Yeah, no, I think it's done now. Has it stopped attacking your colleague? No, my colleague, he's dead. I repeat, he's dead. How can you be sure? Because he is. Has he been ripped? Which parts are damaged? All of them. Like the way our employees observe the abnormalities, nothing is there as observing us. And after using the employee's shell, it thinks of itself as the dead employee. Next, it imitates the usual behavior of the employee, talking habits, likes and dislikes, and you can see. We don't know how carefully and for how long it's been observing the employees to imitate them. What I'm saying is we can't treat it as a scary monster without any intelligence. Even now, maybe strolling about inside the shell of someone that we know, and it becomes more and more like human. The transformation is getting faster, it gives me goosebumps. When the day comes, we can't distinguish it from humans, it will be the day of the company's distraction. We just stay vigilant on this abnormality. Again, still, scary part. It could just be a robot. The robot, you just don't know. It could be a spam bot, and the spam bot is just getting smarter and smarter. So you can't tell the difference between the spam bot and the person until we start advertising. Even then it might be able to subtly hide those ads, and you just don't know. You can't trust anyone. Or everything could turn to clickbait. Okay, following report of unusual behaviour from an employee became the skin of nothing there. Manager! Hey, you've been calling for the manager since morning. What's wrong with you? That smile and all. Anyway, I hope we get past it for dinner. We can take bacon. Oh, I got an alarm. Let's see. The latest employee who worked on nothing there to the council office immediately. Isn't that you? Hey, say something. Manager? This is the thing, okay? Well, again. If a person is speaking unusually, remember, you're supposed to look at them, look at your colleague, and go, oh my God, is that 4 o'clock? I have to go for a back sack and crack. Yeah. Until the figment of your imagination disappears. That employee, that guy there, should get a Darwin Award. Seriously, you just do like if you get a message that says that you don't let them know. Okay, you gotta find some excuse like I gotta go iron my dog, or oh I gotta take care of an abnormality, I gotta take care of an ALF elsewhere. Then immediately go report them to the management. You don't let them know. So that's how you get murdered. That's how the serial killer murders you. If you let the serial killer know you're onto them, you don't do that. Are these guys watch television at all? Employee B proceeded to take measures immediately upon hearing the word. However, nothing there ripped out the employee A, revealing the first form. The Recording or audio only, leaving what exactly happened mysteries. Skin containing nothing there tries to impersonate the employee who it tried to kill. It mimics behaviours or words of the employee it last saw. And many skins yield only one word. Manager. Yeah. Okay, I can't do insight work with this guy. I'll try attachment work with this guy. Let's just see what happens when I do some attachment work now, but yeah. That's why nothing there is scary. It's not smart at all. It's an idiot. It's just dumb. It is completely and 100% stupid. Just copies, and you don't know, and you just don't know if it has intelligence or not because it's just dumb. It's just copying you. You don't really say it's sentient. It's like a parrot. Would you say a parrot's smart because you can imitate what you say? You know, that's how it is. It's like with parrots. And apparently this one can escape as well. Despite the fact, you know, it doesn't like apparently doesn't count in terms of escapes. Oh, right, there we go. So wait, where's all my stuff? Let's get the quick off counter here. La Luna. Let's do some more attachment work, please, Arbe. Yeah, La Luna. Doing performance work apparently reduces the quick off counter. I'm not going to do that. Yes, I looked it up because, you know, again, fuck you, AdRev. That's why. Exactly why I looked it up. Because fuck you, AdRev. Fucking greedy bastards. And also because this came up at one point, and then in the comment section, there's one person said the video was tagged by advertising companies or something like that because of the song was copyrighted. And one being hostile. So I guess you either avoid performances or if it attacks, you just stop the video, I guess, or something, I don't know. But you can't claim public domain, like classical music. You can't just say you have command over it. You just don't. Yeah. Anyway, I'll get the end of this day and perhaps then get some suppression done or something. Get some story. We'll see. The next day. I think that's all of them. Okay, highlights of the day. Well, we faced clowns and then we faced noon. We faced the sweepers. No one died from the sweepers except for, you know, a whole bunch of clerks. And, yeah, Funeral Black Swan is now at 2, because 5 people died. I did a bad result, so I forgot. Black Swan really hates attachment work. Forgot to do that one. Alright, so, one last story. La Luna, since it's available. And, okay, look at that. Might as well throw that on. Alright. This abnormality is based on the idea of Tumblebug backer Airy. An old woman with a piano next to her. Her eyes are unusually closed. Unusually? I mean, pretty much everyone's eyes are closed. What would be unusual if they were open, like Angela's? Okay, she only nods instead of speaking, but on rare occasions she faintly smiles. The world's greatest pianist, Reda could always show the best performance for playing Sonata, which is her favourite. Then he praised her excellent skill. Some people couldn't even stay sit when she plays third movement because of the overflowing energy and madness of her performance. Oh no, it's Litzmania. It's in her now empty place from where she left for the moon are the piano she used since her childhood and shrunken heads which allow us to... Wait. Some of these things do not belong. I don't even know the actual song. One of these things is not like the others. But yeah, she left for the moon and you had a piano and her shrunken heads allow us to develop into her mind. So, some kind of space pianist, voodoo practitioner, werewolf. I don't know, that's the most awesomest thing I've ever heard. Okay, no, it's not one of the most awesomest things I've ever heard, or one of the most stupidest things I've ever heard. Something like a child would come up with. Oh yeah, it turns out they're from space, they came from the moon! Yay! And they have shrunken heads because I read a book about voodoo and shrunken heads are like that, right? And also piano, because I hate piano lessons. Anyway, counselling record. We didn't see anything peculiar when we went to the secure room. There's some lady sitting there. It was like she was waiting for us to come. What happened when one of us approached her? He didn't know a thing about art or music, but before we knew it, he was playing the first move of Sonata. And the lady smiled. To be honest, I didn't think I'd ever listen to a piano performance that beautiful again. We couldn't see him again. That's why I knew my testimony, right? Because I played the third movement. I don't know how or why it makes you play. Your hands just move and you feel euphoric while playing. Everything around you fades away. It's just you and the piano. After I finished playing exhausted, I realised I was stepping on, not on the pedals, but severed heads. The moon represents the human psyche. People often say the moon is beautiful. But when enough time passes, when you look at it and see what kind of face it truly has, you'll realise you're madly in love with something so broken and shattered. In the end, we all become moon. We can't bear ourselves. Moon! So yeah, that's La Luna. Stuff happens. Okay. Okay, raise your adjustment, reduce your hit point 50%. Sounds like Ariadne's thing. Okay, reduce the work result was bad, and the work result was normal, reduced a bit. Before you enter the play for the third time. Okay, so don't do performance 3 times in a row, I guess. When escape the Luna's containment channel voluntarily when the third movement ended. Of course, the third movement ended when it was suppressed, so if it escapes, beat the crap out of her. Wow. That could be interpreted the wrong way, you know. Let's get out of here. So, I don't really care much about the training going on because I'm probably going to repository all this. Yeah, probably going to have to repository it all. What do we have here? With her hopes return to dust, remain to grey, her desire to live. Okay, that's the counterpart. Mount of the smiling bodies. The hope return to dust. Still re-extraction. Nope, that's singing machine. And magical girl. Like I want to have her around. Although I could go with melting love. Although that's the problem. I think the employees it depends, doesn't it? I mean, singing machine singing machine would be bad. Just bad because it everyone's got high fortitude. You need someone with low fortitude in order to work with this thing, or else they die instantly. Because hey, why not? And the magical girl, she goes really crazy if you don't appease her. So you know what? Let's go with melting love and hope she doesn't melt down. It's been a while since your first encounter with the abnormalities. I guess you became a little more familiar with the abnormalities. Let me ask you again. What do you think abnormalities are? Oh please, don't say that you still believe abnormalities are just bizarre alien creatures and we need to isolate them. Abnormalities are not the evil monsters you read about in the old fairy tales. It isn't a supernatural god that will judge our sins. There is an old river that has been flowing at the very bottom of the world for many ages. It is the source of everything but has been forgotten by mankind. No... Big bird. Long bird. I wonder what punishing bird is then. Nobody knew of its existence, but somewhere in the world there is a very small gap or hole with which the river is connected. Often, strange creatures come out of that gap from the Black Forest. Ah, that's where the birds are from the Black River. Obviously, the number was insufficient for the Lobotomy Corporation's energy needs. Our new technology does not produce energy from the abnormalities, but it creates abnormalities. Their forms were incomplete because they came from the forgotten place, but we are scared of them because they are incomplete, and because of that terror they have been sealed to the underground. But abnormalities are part of the seed. That's what I meant by possibility. The seed is not something that can be made in just one day or to be created on its own. We realized we want to fix a broken system. We couldn't just sit around in a sunny spot, waiting for the clouds to part. What we should do after planting the seeds? We can't control the entire process. We have to leave them to sprout on their own. Aren't we allowed that much hope at least? Hey, fierce fights break out here every day here, just as you lived until this moment. You've seen this countless times, haven't you? Enough time. The abnormalities come back to life, no matter how many pieces they're broken into. It's one of the facts that drive Gebura mad. She took too long to realize that abnormalities are to be exploited, not to be terminated. Or perhaps she just couldn't shake the anger of her past off. Well, it's none of my business. All I know is that I'll never see old her again. Still, I'm awestruck to the ego's potential whenever I see her berserk. Why am I awestruck? It's potential. Hey, you'll never know these. You've never wielded it. In fact, there are many weapons that hold enormous power in this world, besides ego. Artifacts on the outskirts, ruins and singularities of the wings, or crude inventions made in backstreets. Using them correctly will result in weapons that would fairly stand against abnormalities. But giving these weapons to employees who have never learned about the combat outside the basic training is teaching us a baby bird how to hunt. The rabbits are specialized at killing. As long as they have enough ammunition, they can kill anything. Unlike our employees, who can't even handle weapons properly. Well, combat prowess is not one of the requirements after all. But they don't have to learn how to use ego. Its power grows accordingly to the wielder's heart. You know how to use them at the moment your hand touches them. Oh, so Ralph isn't actually a very good pilot. However, even with this power, most of the employees barely stand against the abnormalities. Barley. I haven't seen anyone who can draw out its true potential, besides the red mist. Wielding ego is donning someone else's ego. And it's not the wielder's power, it's merely borrowed, imitated. If I knew that before I'd been locked in here, I would have done anything to get my hands on them. Then the circumstances may be different greatly. After I am contained here, I am ordered to merely extract ego, forbidden from holding it. They're scared, even though my bloodthirstiness is locked behind this metal wall. Don't worry, I have nothing left. But you never know. The yearning for blood may rise again. They're merely sealed, not eradicated. You need to be possessing 8 or more A-left level ego. I think I can do that one. I don't think I can do that one. Actually, wait, I'm trying to... Okay, let's see. I got... No, that's 6. That's 6. If I got all 3, I got all 3, so... That's 6. Melting lava would be another A left, so that'd make 8. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with melting lava, aren't I? I'm not even gonna get anything done with it before our memory repository. Do you want to open the recording team? Yes. Let's see what our research projects are. So I'm going to do Hokma and then do Vina. We'll have to see though. Yep, raise the prudence. Yes, proceed with the research. But yeah, there we have it. I can now suppress the Sephora core. However, I think I'll do that next time, because yeah, I did a bit of story time. A lot of story time, and I did a bit more story time. So, I say we move on to the next one. But that'll be for another time though. I've been Styles RJ, and I'll be doing the scales in the favour of Lobotomy Corporation in the next episode. Signing off.